Live.
Welcome, guys, to Titan Lifestyle with Big Dru.
What's up, guys and girls? It's Friday. We're back. Another beautiful day. More topics. We got an event tomorrow. We'll get into that.
Oh, yeah.
And also the therapy of the week.
Oh, yeah. So, got a great show for you guys. Thank you guys for all joining us in on this beautiful Friday, especially here in Florida. Weather's been really, really nice the last couple of days. Got, a week to Halloween. Man,
yeah,
so.
It's crazy. It went by so quick.
I
think
does.
Big Lou's going to be coming out this Halloween. We'll see, you know. My twin with the good hair, Big Lou, might be making an appearance this Halloween.
That'll be something to see, man, for sure. We always like Big Lou when he does come out and play. But yeah, man. So we got a good show, you know. And this week we got a really good event. But we'll get to that to the end of our beautiful show here. So let's get into the first topic of the day. It's always our therapy of the week, and this week is our Wonder Woman and Superman libido enhancers. Now we have a lot of different libido enhancers for both males and females out there, but in particular we wanted to put the spotlight on these two. So Wonder Woman's and Superman. So Superman's, let's deal with that first. That's for males out there. So males that have erectile dysfunction, sexual dysfunction, or just want to take their game up a notch. Yeah. Because, you know, I know a lot of guys are like, man, I don't need nothing like that. And that's cool, right? And if you don't, God bless you, you know. I mean, some of us out here can still do that without these different enhancements. But listen, sometimes, especially as we're getting older, or maybe you're going out in the town and you don't have to worry about this, this could definitely take things to the next level.
I treat it kind of like a pump. I mean, you can go to the gym and work out without taking Hercules Potion, but when you take the Hercules Potion, the workout's completely different. So people that have never used Hercules Potion, they're like, oh, I don't need it. I get a good pump. I'm good. Yeah. But then they take the Hercules Potion, they're like, wait a minute, I didn't even know this was possible. Yeah. Same thing with the Superman and Superwoman.
Oh, yeah.
You think you're the man, but then, you know, take it to the next level, and it's a game changer.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Works for women, too. It actually increases your libido. Guys, if you don't know what libido is your mind being stimulated. So a lot of times guys will take Viagra or Cialis. That gives you the ability to perform, but it's not going to stimulate your mind. Yep. This does both things. Oh, yeah. So basically you're hard and horny, which is like the perfect. Perfect,
yeah, so our PT-141 Cupid's Candy, that'll definitely, you know, turn up the libido, and it will help with the vascular portion as far as blood flow down the extremities. So, yeah, Dru's right. And that one's good for males and females. But our Supermans are designed, and these are with sildenafil, right? So sildenafil is it's the main chemical that's in Viagra. We can just make some different dosages, so we can go a little bit higher than what the natural dose is. So usually they're giving you 50 milligrams, maybe 100 milligrams. Usually ours is 110 milligrams per dose.
Just to make it better.
Just to make it better. More blood flow, right? Yeah. And then if you're on hormone replacement therapy, so let's say you're on hormone replacement therapy with us, or you have prescribed somewhere else that we can verify. With this, then at that point, you can get 10 micrograms of micronized testosterone with that sildenafil. Or if you guys don't like sildenafil, Viagra, we also make it with tadalafil, which is Cialis. So some people out there like Cialis or tadalafil better than Viagra or sildenafil. So at that point, we have that option in both ranks. The differences would be the dosages. So like I said, with sildenafil, which is the generic for Viagra, it's usually 110 milligrams. With our Cialis or the tadalafil version, it's usually 10 milligrams of Cialis or tadalafil, and that's a pretty good dose. Or we even bump it up to 20. So that's a really, really good experience.
20 is good because one thing about the tadalafil, which is Cialis, it lasts days that last longer. Yeah. Sometimes people feel like Viagra packs more of a punch immediately. Yeah. But, you know, everyone has their preference. But with the Cialis, you could take 20 milligrams twice a day and be good all week.
Absolutely.
Which is good about it. So you don't have to worry about, you know, your plans changing and losing your money with Cialis.
This is true.
You're good for a couple days. So.
This is true. Big Poppy, I'll answer your questions here in 1 second. Victor, what's going on? Cap, how you doing? Seth, what's up? Nando, Sabrosa, what's going on, guys? Who else we got on here? Oh, Hulk Squad's in the house. What's up, dude? And 619 Tommy. Daddy Beef Nugget. Man, you guys got some awesome names here. All right, so the first question was does this stuff make your natural insemination weaker? So, no. You're going to be fine as far as that goes. You're going to perform like usual. Now, you know, if you start taking this every day, you're going to get that feeling of how it should feel. And then if you don't take it, it might feel a little bit less because you're not going to have as much blood flow down there, for sure, 100%. And then is there any danger to sildenafil? So Yeah, so if you overdose yourself on sildenafil, there's a couple things that can happen. One, your erection will not go down. And if an erection stays up, they say more than 4 hours. If it's anything after that, then you might have some issues, and it can cause permanent damage to have long-lasting erections like that, like full-time erections. So, yeah, so you might have to go to the hospital to get your blood drained. Now, this is not going to happen with 110 milligrams. This happens with somebody that takes 110 milligrams, and then a couple hours later, I don't feel as good, or I want to get even better. They take another 110 milligrams.
Yeah, just wait, let it run its course, because depending on what type of food you eat, if you eat a high fat meal, it'll slow it down.
Yep.
A lot of people like to do it on an empty stomach. That way, they don't avoid that problem. But let it work.
Yep.
You know, it's not like it's coffee where you're going to drink it and immediately wake up.
100%.
Let it do its job. Let it work. Sometimes people take it at night, so that way in the morning time everything's kicked in.
Yep.
I would recommend taking it at night, depending on when you need it. Take it at nighttime on an empty stomach. That way it's fully absorbed in you. You're not sweating out. You're not excreting anything. So that way in the morning you got the morning wood anyways. But now you got the morning redwood.
Yeah, right.
Ready to go.
So I mean, and listen, guys, there's all kinds of different sexual dysfunction out there. So when we talk about males, there could be mental or physical, right? And at that point, mental is some sort of mental barrier that's, limiting your erections or your arousal or whatever it may be. This could be depression. This could be stress. This could be a lot of different things that just weigh heavy on your mind. That's why when people say, I have a lot on my mind, whether they're going something that's very, very stressful, the event, or even depression at that point. Other medications can cause this too as well. So, whatever you're taking, whether it's statins or anything like that, these things can affect erections, blood flow, and that will affect your libido to a certain extent and the way that you can physically perform. Yeah,
if you guys are taking statins or any type of blood thinners or any type of thing like that, make sure you talk to our medical providers when you're going through everything. Yep. Don't tell them you're not taking it, because you can get an unsafe level, unsafe drop in your blood pressure doing too much.
Yep.
So a lot of times people go to the doctor. I don't want to tell them I'm taking this, because then always give the doctor all the information. The more information, the better.
Absolutely.
Then you want them to misdiagnose by you telling them you're not taking something.
Absolutely.
If you're taking too much testosterone on your own, you come in here and say, no, I'm not doing anything. We're going to see it on your blood work anyway. So just be completely honest with the medical provider. That way we can give you the best results and go over everything with you.
Sid from India in the house. What's going on? We got everybody from everywhere. What's going on? So, Hulk Squad said, what's your best therapy for inflammation? So, inflammation, there's a couple different ones. Glutathione's a good one. TB500, BPC157 are obviously great for inflammation too as well. And those are going to be your big ones, I think, your go-tos pretty much as far as what we do. There are some different things out there you can take for inflammation too as well. Over-the-counter stuff, obviously you know about this Hulk Squad. But those would probably be the recommendation from the providers here, those three. And they're big as far as that goes, and you know about them just as well. Caribbean vibes. Charmaine, what's going on? Charmaine, how you doing today?
Yeah, sometimes it's not always inflammation too. A lot of times people think, it's inflammation, but it's really like damage in your connective tissue and ligaments. So the BPC and the TB500 actually fix the problem. Yeah. Because sometimes it's not inflammation, it's other stuff. So people take stuff for inflammation. It could be like, you could have a minor tear in your ligament or something. So it'll definitely repair it, get it better. For sure.
Also, shout out from Reno. My boy Brody put me on to Titan, and I dream of one day getting sponsored by y'all. You guys have changed my life.
Wow.
That's awesome.
How did we change your life? That's awesome. It's good news.
That's awesome. Glow by Nickel. What's going on? How you guys doing out there? So now women. So let's talk about women. So women really do need some help sometimes. And it's in the statistics out there as far as women not being able to orgasm is a very high statistic. Arousal and women go through dysfunction too as well, and this could be mental or physical, and this could be hormone wise, hysterectomies, a lot of different things out there. So we have our Wonder Womans for them, and we have a lot more, but Wonder Womans is what we're spotlighting today. And that's with sildenafil too. It's just at a lower dose, and this can definitely help out as far as sensitivity. Now I learned the other day, as far as nerve endings, from a male to a female genitalia. So females have double the nerve endings than males have. I think females have 8,000 nerve endings.
I could see it.
And guys have 4.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not literally see it, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
The thing is, if they have all those nerve endings, then how come they're the ones having the problem with the orgasm?
Exactly.
It's weird.
Well,
because I know if I don't orgasm, I'm like, it feels like I didn't do anything. It's like, it's kind of like.
So
Okay, well, it's finished. Like, I couldn't imagine being a woman and almost every other time I'm not finishing.
Yeah,
It's
that
like, what?
sucks.
Like, that'd be weird. Like,
Yeah, I definitely have some pent-up aggression.
yeah, like, let's go to the gym or something. This is crazy. Like, I need to finish.
So, for women, it's more mental for them, right? It's not, for us guys, more physical. Like, we see something, physical friction, we're good. For females, there really is more of a mental connection for most females out there anyway. That's why, and I was covering this with Sharice the other day, that's why, like, girls will be like, oh, I like him because he's funny or he's real smart or whatever it is.
Yeah,
like, how's this dude with this girl?
Yeah.
Right? And this is what it is, And us guys might not be
like
just the
him
same,
he's
right?
funny.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. I hear
He's
that all the
funny,
time.
man, right? What's up, Jay Garita? What's up, Lux Beauty? What's going on? Holding out, well, my dude. All right, so for women, it could be a little bit more needed to a certain extent, and more of these companies or clinics, like all of them out there, more or less focus on men. But there are more women in the world. Did you know that?
Yeah.
It's like almost 2-to-1 for women to men.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
So they're
Everywhere. Women and kids everywhere.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere. And, the only one state or one country, I guess, that was really patting down on women was in China. And they would restrict you on how many kids you could have and how many females you could have.
Yeah,
now they've opened it up.
They opened, so you can't have just one kid anymore. You can have.
Now you can. Yeah, they want to because
wow.
their population decreased so much.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's definitely different. And,
They drop under $1 billion. They still have over $1 billion, right? I'm assuming.
pretty sure they have over $1 billion.
I
still.
know. China has $1 billion. India has $1 billion.
Yeah.
India is crazy because
Yeah.
India is like so small. People are just stacked on top of each other.
You know what the funny thing is? They're both Asian countries.
Yeah.
Because the continent.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
There's a lot of smart people in China. It's 1.4 billion in China.
A lot of smart people in India and
1.4.
China.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Both
Yeah.
countries, 100%.
A lot of doctors coming out of India and China.
100%. 100%. All right, so let's get on to our next topic, right? Apple will require unvaccinated employees to undergo COVID-19 testing daily.
Yeah, that's getting out of control. I mean, daily, like they're literally forcing people to get this. I know the people that, that's crazy. You have literally every single day you go to work, you have to report. Now, it's only with corporate people that work in the Apple stores. They only have to go twice a week. But still, twice a week is like a lot.
Now, are they going, are they going to test them on site, or do they got to go get this test and pay for it out of their own pocket, or how's that? Because, that could start being a lot of money. Even if those tests were like $20, think how many employees Apple has.
Yeah, it's $100 a week you got to pay. Just take $400 a month just to take the test.
Right.
Just to be able to go to work to make money.
That's what I'm saying. So, is Apple covering those testing prices, or is the people?
They just said they're required to, so I'm not sure.
Really?
I'm assuming they might. But
they don't have to. This isn't true. When employees catch COVID, let's say here, like, you don't have to pay for their test. They have to go pay for their test on their own usually, even for schools before. And that's how it is still.
It sucks that, every day you have to take a test. And then even people in the store twice a week, they have to take a test. And I know people that have been vaccinated, they still have to take a test once a week.
Yeah.
So, it's like, what is I don't see the point in all this vaccination if you still have to take tests, if you still can catch it, if you can still this. But, I'm assuming other places are going to do that same thing. Like, whatever they can do, but next thing you know, it's going to be boom, boom, boom. Have you been vaccinated? Jab you, right?
So I guess you're going to have to test no matter what, whether you had the vaccination or not. Apple employees who declared themselves vaccinated will need to test themselves less frequently.
Yeah, they have to go, I think, once a week for, like,
once a
rapid
week.
test.
Oh, so
That's vaccinated.
That's vaccinated.
Yeah, that's
people.
vaccinated.
If you're not, and then I know people in the stores, like retail stores, I think it's twice a week.
Instead of having COVID testing on a daily basis, will employee only need test twice a week to report their duties at work. Wow.
Rapid COVID test once.
This is crazy. Yeah, this is really, really nuts. Even though it's a difference, right? Because you can both catch COVID, like you said, you can both transmit COVID. So at that point, I really don't think it matters if you're unvaccinated or vaccinated. They should have the same testing policies in place for both unvaccinated and vaccinated employees because they can both spread it, And even with people that have got the vaccine, 2 vaccine shots now, they're still getting breakthrough COVID, and that means they're getting really, really sick. So I was mentioning about Olympia.
Like the second shot, right?
Yeah, after the second shot, they're still getting really sick, like Flex Wheeler. Double vaccination.
Yeah, I saw he was in the hospital and everything. Yeah.
That's pretty serious. I've heard from a lot of people lately, probably about 20 different people that this has happened.
Yeah.
So at that point, that's kind of crazy.
Some people like die hard. Like I was in the Uber the other day, and the Uber driver, she was like die hard, like why haven't you been vaccinated and this and that. And then
Really?
once I broke everything down, I think she was kind of surprised once I broke everything down, because most people are like, oh, I don't want to.
Yeah.
But you know me, I'm analyzing and I'm using examples, and I'm like, yeah, half the country's obese, but they're not causing
Yeah.
I went into that whole spiel. After that, she was just like, you have a point. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I would've been
but she was
quiet.
like die hard. Like, you're not, where's your, as soon as I open the door, where's your mask? I'm like, hold on, let me
Get
my
out of
mask.
here, really?
Yeah, if you get an Uber now, it
What
says
up, Neil?
like, if you get an Uber now, it
Yeah.
says like mask.
Yeah.
And then it even makes you take a picture. Have you got the picture yet?
Uh-uh.
I got an Uber the other day, and as soon as I did it, you hit the check mark, and it
Yep.
says, hit the check mark, and it said, take a picture with your mask on. And the camera came up. I didn't have a mask, so I just went like this, and I took a picture, and it went through.
No way.
I had my Titan shirt on, and I put it up over my nose and just held it there, and it went through. But and I'm not sure because the driver before her
Right.
asked if I had a mask. I was like, no, I don't have one. He was like, oh. So I don't know if they report it.
Probably.
Like, this person didn't wear it.
Yeah.
Because after that, I never heard it before.
Yeah.
I've only had one driver ask me and stress it, and then the next driver, when I tried to book it, it was like, take a picture.
I used Uber like 2 days ago. I didn't have
But you
to
could
do
just
that.
put your shirt over your face. That's what I did. And
Yeah,
took a
I didn't have to do
picture.
that.
Whatever.
Yeah, so we've took a couple Ubers here and
I
there.
take Uber almost every day, and all I usually do is just checkbox,
Yeah.
boom, checkbox, boom. But now, the other day, it was like, whoa. I was
Wow.
like, go back to Lyft
I
or
don't know
something.
why it's not for everybody though, because I haven't had to do that, man, at all. No.
I've only had to do it once.
Maybe
I
that's
did it
beta.
once.
Maybe they get rolling out a beta program. I don't know. Either way, that is nuts.
Yeah.
India's record vaccination. Yeah, I know you guys have been vaccinated over there. Pretty hardcore. We'll see how it goes, man, with that. All right, so next one. Eating mushrooms seems to lower depression risk. All right, so we're talking about mushrooms. We're not talking about magic mushrooms out there. We're talking about regular mushrooms.
Someone's gonna hear this and let me call my boy. No. Don't call your boy. Go to the store and buy Publix grocery store mushrooms. Grocery store mushrooms.
Right. So with this, now, on the flip side of this, they are introducing a lot of psychoblimin, or whatever the hell it's called.
Psychosilibin?
Psychosilibin, thank you. And that's the main psychoactive chemical that's in magic mushrooms that's supposed to
Depressant
take
risks, not depression. Depression risk.
Yeah, depression risk, which is depression pretty much, right? So at that point, with this, magic mushrooms is getting introduced all over the country, and they're eating them, right? And this is for depression, PTSD, and such. This is not that. This is regular mushrooms that you would go to Publix or your local supermarket and go buy. So with this, they were saying that basically the people that are eating regular mushrooms in their diet daily, or at least a couple times a week, have a lower risk of getting depression. It's really crazy. And, the main thing to the article is this. All right, so what causes this? What is the main thing? And they really don't know. They think it's actually the fungi that's in the mushrooms that are the things that are helping this. So at that point, the clinical trial had fewer than 100 participants in it, and they fed them these mushrooms pretty much. And that's when they see that really these health benefits came along as far as mental health. So, it's still being investigated a lot more. I think that, this is a pretty good study, though, just to show like how much mushrooms. So those who ate a median amount of mushrooms, 4.9 grams per day, were the only group to experience a reduction in the likelihood of depression. So it's not even a guarantee.
Yeah, all these likelihood and
Yeah, I mean, I think you can spin anything with a likelihood to a certain extent. So if you like mushrooms, great. It might work out for you even better as far as you not getting depressed. But I'm just telling you, I don't eat mushrooms. I'm not depressed, or hopefully I won't get depressed. But I think there's a lot of other things that determine this too as well.
Yeah.
That I think they didn't take into consideration.
I wonder if this is going to like snowball and it's going to be big now, where they're going to make a mushroom supplement.
College-educated, non-Hispanic, white women.
The most likely mushroom eaters. So they're the ones that drop depression because of what they're eating.
Yeah. College-educated, what are they? So,
but if you're college
so
educated,
black, white, Asian, but just not Hispanic. What?
College-educated white women is who they're trying to say. That's what it says right here.
But if you're college, I
women.
want to know the demographics on this study, because if they're doing a study with people, like, in other words, if mushrooms cost $1,000,
Yeah.
then obviously those people have decent money, so they're not going to be depressed.
Yeah.
So kind of like, what are the demographics?
Yeah.
So you
for
break it
sure.
down pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, if you go in like the inner city and no one's eating mushrooms because they're so expensive, but everybody's depressed, that doesn't necessarily mean in mushrooms. It means that the demographics.
This is the participants were mostly likely. Yeah, I mean these are the people. So I mean I don't know. It's just like I said, the study I think could have been a little bit better, but it's just out there. So maybe if you eat it, this has properties to help you guys out, right?
Yeah.
So it's just something I like to bring up because, hey, listen.
Hey, if it works,
health.
I'll do it though.
Yeah.
If it works, I'll start throwing mushrooms in my.
Exactly. Maybe
why not?
Maybe this will help somebody out there that might think that they're
4.9 grams. I can't imagine that's that big of a. I don't know
No.
how heavy it is, but that's not that much. That's probably like one serving, one big size serving.
it's an eighth of mushrooms.
Yeah.
Maybe just because you think you're doing good. Like I usually do pepperoni pizza, pepperoni and mushrooms.
There you
Damn, I
go.
must be doing
There you
good.
go. Mushrooms are the highest dietary source of the amino acid ergothioneine. So it's an anti-inflammatory as well, which cannot be synthesized by humans. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
That's pretty
Mushroom,
cool. So
I'm noticing mushrooms have a lot of like.
nutrients, factors.
Yeah, like even
or-
the people like sometimes people like they do the microdosing with the mushrooms
Yeah.
and this and that.
Pretty
Like
amazing, man.
Microdosing of mushrooms is a big thing. And I think that's starting to come around a lot of other places. I know Florida's looking at it to have it legal here to a certain extent, or maybe even prescribed. But yeah, I'm telling you guys, that's the next definitely big thing out there.
I got some research. I'm gonna research this mushroom stuff tonight.
Yeah, that's
I've
pretty
never
cool,
really
right?
got that into detail about mushrooms.
Right.
But I'm gonna dig into that
Yeah.
tonight.
So, I mean, this is cool. This is just something we want to bring up, right? Such as nerve growth factor. Yeah. So, this is with lion's mane and hericium. What these are different types of mushrooms. Now, these are over-the-counter ones. You actually get, like, lion's mane and all that.
Yeah, lion's mane's everywhere now.
Yeah, it's everywhere. And these people that microdose with magic mushrooms swear on taking the lion's mane along with it to help out with neurological or brain function, pretty much. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, I don't know too much about it, but listen, there's a lot more research coming out about these different things. Other foods that are in the diet that also help in regards of depression: folate, omega-3s, and fermented foods. So, obviously you can get these things from a lot of different things. Omega-3s, fish, right? Folate, you can get from a number of different sources. And fermented food, I think that's pretty self-explainable. So you can look these things up on Google, and they'll give you a good list of exactly what fermented foods you can get into. But that's something that's been there for a while. It's kind of like fungus to a certain extent.
Or bacteria. Like
Yeah.
It's something that has like bad and good.
Yeah. So fermented, it's crazy. I've been reading about people microdosing about that, but I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Jack Cookie Monster, yeah. So it's it's crazy. So there are people out there. There's a lot of people out there that swear by microdosing.
This guy said, "Did I walk into you guys talking about mushrooms?" Yes.
Yes.
We're talking about a study that they did mushrooms and it's supposed to help with
Not
depression.
magic mushrooms.
Grocery
regular
store
mushrooms.
bought edible
Right,
mushrooms,
right,
not
right.
other mushrooms. Not
The vegetable.
Don't go out in the field somewhere and
Oh,
pick
it's not
a
a
mushroom
vegetable.
and get poisoned by the mushroom. Because
Don't do that. Guys.
mushrooms are tricky too, because like you can eat one, it can kill you. You eat one, it'll help you.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. Like
Isn't that
mushrooms, you
crazy?
can't really mess with mushrooms like that.
Yeah, man. It is a really good point. All right, so the next one. Former U.S. President Trump to launch Truth Social that could rival Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, another social media network, or another platform, whatever, coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to be like what's the word that they use?
Censored,
Non-censored with the news and stuff. So I mean, Trump was banned from all these other ones. He's opened his new one.
Yep.
I know the beta version is going to be coming out real soon, so people could test it out.
Yep.
It's going to be like Twitter, Facebook, all
Yep.
that stuff. But I'm interested to see how many people are actually going to use it. Is it going to be eventually just as popular as Facebook? But what I'm seeing now is I'm assuming that there's going to be a whole bunch of new social media platforms coming out.
I'm sure.
It's so big now. There's like the main ones, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, now TikTok or whatever.
Yep.
But there's like 5 major ones. But I have a feeling like in 10 years from now, there's going to be like 10 major ones.
Yeah.
And there's going to be so many different. I like it better when there's less, when there's too many going on. But
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens with this thing. I want to know how it's going to work. I want to know if they're really going to have it non-censored, or if the higher powers are going to put the lock on that too.
I think they're not gonna. It's not gonna be non-censored. I think it's gonna be pretty much any of these guys that want to really open up and talk to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I'm sure if people are on there talking about killing people, they're probably gonna take them down.
Yeah.
Terrorists are gonna take them down, right? This is supposed to launch in the first quarter of 2022. Now we know that Donald Trump has been banned from most social media platforms right now. They're getting, he's getting some of his stuff back in a little bit on some of the platforms, but I think 1 or 2 of them he's banned for life. So I think that Twitter is one of them. So at this point, he's going to make his own social media platform. Really, really good. Now, one thing I did notice about this, because I've watched the news like the last 2 days, I've been reading about it. the stock has just shot up like crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's on the NASDAQ. It's trading, right? Publicly trading. On the NASDAQ, that's the highest you can go as a public company. I've been learning a lot about this for myself, and yeah, so NASDAQ's the way to go. So stock has went up tremendously. So at that point, he's already made money on it, right? Because I found out that. It's just really crazy how that works too. So he's made money on it, and it's going to be able to shift over all these conservatives that were on like Parler. So Parler came out, and Parler was supposed to be the exact same thing. It was supposed to be like a free speech thing, no censorship. It was supposed to rival Facebook and Twitter. What happened to them? What happened to them was they were on a server. It was like Google server and Amazon server first, and they didn't like it. And they, you know what? You're off our server. Shut them down, dude. Shut them down. And they had to find somebody else to take on this, and nobody really wanted to take them on. So they had a big problem for a while. I know they're back up, but there's some different things that they had to work out to do this. Where Donald Trump's going to come in, and it's not going to be censored. The other big thing is that if he does accomplish this task, he's going to move over all these people, and supposedly he's going to be running in 2024 again, is what they're saying. If he does that, man, he's going to have his own path of media.
Yeah,
I mean, it's really cool.
Funnel everybody right to the
and nobody's going to shut him down because he's going to own it at that point. So
but then you're going to have those sides thing. Where
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's going to be censoring other people because if they're not with him, then they're against him. Then
this is true.
So then he's going to be be like the one that finally he has control over it.
It's whoever runs it. That's
it's true. It's true. So I mean, listen, it is what it is. At that point, if he can't talk freely on these other ones and he creates his own, God bless him for that. I mean, hey, this is America, so you should be able to do what you want to do, right?
Oh, he's going
should be able to do what you want.
Should be able to do what you want to do, right?
Should be able to go into a store without a mask.
All right, I went to a financial review with the company, and the CEO of the company was talking about bringing a service to the Bay Club of IV drips, rejuvenation, vitamins, etc. You should swoop in on it. I'm down, so let me know. We can definitely do this, and definitely help out the company wherever you guys are at. If it's something like that, I can definitely work something out for sure, 100%.
He's in Northern Cali.
That's not a problem. Not a problem at all. I can definitely set something up in Northern Cali. Wherever I'm at, like as far as that goes, like something easy and simple like that, not a problem. All right, let me see what else. Is there anything else on here? All right, so the next one, and this goes right along with censorship. So I think this episode is awesome. The next one is Netflix co-CEO, or company CEO, excuse me, on Dave Chappelle fallout. Basically he's saying he screwed up. Now, Dave Chappelle has a long-lasting contract relationship with Netflix. And they work closely with, I guess, actors, and they don't want any of their art to be restricted or censored. And at this point, what happened was, if you guys didn't see the Dave Chappelle show yet, it was awesome. It is awesome. If you guys had nothing to do this weekend,
I still haven't seen it yet.
It was funny and deep, man.
I gotta watch it. I was busy. I gotta
good,
watch
dude.
it.
It was really, really good. Yeah. So, with this, he was talking about some different things that listen, comedians do. They can pick on anybody. That's the best thing, right? They can pick on people in the audience that are there, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, big people, small people, whatever it is. Whatever is like in the news and stuff like that, they usually hit those things because, listen, it's like a hot thing that's going on. So
smart. It's like, it's kind of like, what's hot right now. So
right.
It's like a keyword, you bring it up and then people zoom in on it and chime in on it.
Now, Dave Chappelle's had a long issue, and he hasn't had an issue with them as far as LGBTQ. They've had an issue with Dave Chappelle because of some of his different skits before, I don't know, making fun of gay people, making fun of whatever it is. I mean, this dude is, made fun of everybody at this point, right? Yeah. Nobody's supposed to be taking it personal like that. He's not serious about this. It's comedy. So at that point, what's happened is there's been a fallout. When this did air, they have trans people or they call it non-binary employees.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about here? Right? So these employees did not like it at all. And they were using Slack, and Slack is like an instant messenger that you use in companies to like talk to different like employees through, right? Yeah. And they were talking about, how they were going to do a walkout and we're not going to accept this and blah, blah, blah. So what did the CEO do? The first response was, he said, listen, we're going to accept Dave Chappelle for this show, and we're not taking it down, because that's what they wanted to do originally, was take it down. And at that point they said, we're going to stick by Dave Chappelle. Well, this was the first email that went out, and then there was a whole big backlash because of that, and that he wasn't including their feelings on this, or had some sort of, I don't know, open arms.
They fired some employees for
they fired some employees, and then what happened after that was then all the trans and all the LGQTB.
Yeah, I don't know the acronym how it goes.
Sorry, guys.
LGBTQ.
LGBTQ. Sorry, and I apologize. So at that point, with this, they said, "Listen, now we're gonna do walkout." So they scheduled the walkout. They did the walkout on the 20th. Now, when they did the walkout, they walked out. These employees, and then they had counter protesters there for Dave Chappelle. So it was really funny because these people are holding up signs, like transphobic or is not cool or something like that, and these people were holding up like jokes are funny and like all this other. So it was kind of funny to see the counter protesters. People had Dave Chappelle's back, which is really good, and they're like, we're not cancel culture. We're just we just want to be inclusive in this. So what they did was they wrote demands to the CEO, and the demands were like, you're going to put so much money aside in this fund, You're going to hire directors and actors that are trans and this and that, and basically saying like you're going to produce this much content of trans content and like all this stuff. So,
but that's even like, why not just, if you want to, you don't, like, why do they have to have a limit on everything? If you want to have trans content, 1,000% go right ahead. If you want to have zero, why do you have to make it all like
I mean, they're making demands. I mean, crazy. I don't know anybody else. Like,
everybody's just getting way too sensitive. Like pretty soon it's going to be like if you say the wrong word, you get. Remember on that movie where Men in Black or something, where the guy cussed, and all of a sudden the ticket came out. There was Men in Black or something like that.
That was a space Hitchhiker's Guide to Space. Like if you thought about something, you get.
If you thought about like this guy was like, oh, what the F, and then all of a sudden the ticket comes out. He's like, oh man, I got another ticket again. I think Man in Black or something. It's gonna get like that. When I was a kid, it was sticks and stones don't hurt your bones.
Yeah.
Now it's.
Yeah.
I guarantee they're not teaching this kids. Kids now don't even know what that. They've never heard that
Sticks
before.
and stones are going to ruin your life.
Yeah, sticks and stones may hurt your bones, but words don't hurt. Whatever.
Yeah.
Now it's like, no, you could sticks and stones, but you can't use the words.
It's crazy.
Like you can go beat somebody up and just you're in trouble because you beat someone up. But if you call this person anything else, you might lose your job. You might everyone hate you. You might have
your life, dude.
Yeah.
There's essentially like and before like. You could be in one area, mess up, and maybe move to another state or whatever it is. No. Internet's going to follow you. People are finding out this information. It's cyberbullying. That's what it is. Yeah, it's cyberbullying.
Yeah, it used to be like, if you have a friendship or relationship with someone, as soon as it's over, you never see them again. Now it's like, it's over, but then you see it on Instagram or this and that. Or, if you have a bad fallout with a coworker and you have a different job or something like that, then all of a sudden you go, and then their friend will be on Instagram or Facebook, and you still have to deal with it. It's like, it's crazy. Like,
it is crazy.
They're trying to use it as an excuse to take over Netflix.
Yeah. So that's kind of what it is, man. It's
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Listen, I know this much.
It's good. You'll like it.
I work for a corporate company, pretty big one at that point, and if I was to like demand anything, I would be fired and let go immediately. Like, I don't even know where that comes, like where the littlest guy in the place or maybe a little group gets together and they think that they're going to overtake the company and do what they want and demand this, or that's it. Like, well, what do we do? I don't understand this. So just crazy. It's just crazy out there. It's really crazy how everything's going, the mandates and such. I've had a lot of people hit me up about these mandates that are patients, having to go through them and what's going to happen and such. And I've had just regular people like FedEx drivers come here and deliver equipment and they say like we're gonna take FMLA, which is like Florida medical leave, because they're like, FedEx needs us drivers more than we need them. And if they're going to try to make us get a vaccine, that's what we're going to do. So, I mean, it's going to happen to a lot of places out there. It's getting nuts. It's getting really, really nuts.
It's like just when you think everything is going away, next thing you know, I try to catch an Uber and it says take a picture with your mask on.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So, man, this Saturday we have an event. It's going to be Tim Gardner's Hurricane Bay.
Yeah.
It's a pro-am show. That means pros and amateurs are going to be there. It'll be at the Coliseum in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Yeah, new location too.
Yeah, man. So it should be really, really good. Always Hurricane Bay is pretty good. We'll be there in full effect doing giveaways, sign-ups, you name it, taking pictures with you guys, and a lot more out there. Should be a hell of a day. It's going to be a decently long day. I've got a baseball game in the middle of the day, so I got to do that and then head over right to that event afterwards. So
it's going to be one of those 2 ECAA days, 8 a.m., 8 p.m.
For sure. Sid, thank you. I appreciate it. And next Sunday, Festival of Speed will be out in Orlando at the Ritz-Carlton. So if you guys are in the area, come join us. It'll be Halloween Day, so if you guys want to wear a costume, that'll be cool too. That'd be really, really awesome.
I wonder if Big Lou will be out. He might. I think
he might be out.
He might be out there. Let's see. I got to text him to see what's up.
See what's up. November 19th to 20th, Tim Gardner's NPC Atlantic Coast. That'll be a 2-day show now instead of a 1-day show. He added some extra bikini classes and I think classic physique. So 2 days instead of 1. So that'd be awesome. We'll be out there in Fort Lauderdale for the weekend.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be our first time out sponsoring that event. So
absolutely.
It'll be good. And it's a pro show too. So 2-day event. It's going to be good.
Should be really good. After that, we've got December 4th, the Cars and Couture 11th Annual Collectors Gala. James Bond edition, right? Ooh. 007 time. So break out those tuxedos, get those gowns, ladies and gentlemen, and come out and celebrate with us for a good cause. It'll be for Autism Speaks.
Anybody out there can get a tuxedo tank top with the bow tie, let me know. I want to wear a tuxedo tank top.
I got you.
Cars and Couture.
I got you. I'll get you.
Or the bow tie. Maybe I'll just wear the bow tie with no shirt with the slacks or something.
You look like a Chippendale out there.
Yeah, I don't want to look like a Chippendale. Cancel that. Yeah, I need a. Oh, we got some right here.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, I think one of these. I think the T-shirt, like something like that, right?
Right there without the sleeves.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Yeah, that was not bad.
Maybe the one on the far left, the classic tuxedo.
Yeah, they really do have them. That was that easy. You just pulled it up.
Yeah. You can go on Amazon. We'll find one for you.
I'll put a Titan logo on it.
Yeah.
So it should be fun, guys. It should be a great event. Cars and Couture is always a great event. Big shout out to Donna Crowley. Love doing this. I think it's our 3rd or 4th year doing this now. So it should be awesome. We're going to have a fashion show, so you can get a fashion show as well. And then at that point, we're going to have all those beautiful cars out there, plus everybody's going to be dressed up in James Bond theme. So all you special and secret agents out there, make sure you guys get your stuff, get your tickets, and come join us on December 4th. It should be a hell of a show and a hell of a good time.
James Bond thing's like perfect for the car show too. Because James Bond used to always have the fast cars. Yep. He used to always be on those hugging the roads. It's like a perfect theme for it. Yeah.
Those Aston Martins, classic cars, man, classic cars. And I don't know if you guys have not seen the new James Bond, or if you have. I've actually seen the new James Bond. I thought it was pretty good. Didn't like a couple things in it, but I don't want to ruin it for you guys. So go see James Bond. You guys will love it. But
there's been so many Bonds.
Let me know what you guys think about the new James Bond. This new James Bond for sure. And this is the last one. Daniel Craig will be James Bond. So there will be a new face to James Bond next movie. So always good though. Always good.
It's going to be.
And he was really good. He was definitely good.
Don't have it be somebody that just doesn't look anything like James Bond. That's going to throw me off. Like, don't have Wesley Snipes be James Bond.
What about?
That's just going to throw me off. Like, that's not James Bond.
What about a girl?
No, it's not James Bond. Like, it's James Bond. It's not Jane Bond.
So they're probably gonna get. They're probably gonna get I hate to say this. They're probably gonna get a minority of some sort, and they're gonna probably be bisexual.
Yeah, they'll probably just try to get the whole thing.
Homosexual or
asexual. They'll probably get like a black trans something. Yeah, they're probably gonna connect it with all. They're probably gonna get like a Dominican black trans something.
Yes.
So it will cover everything.
So it's
but then it's
just,
So listen, guys, no hate out there. We love all you guys, right?
None.
We're just this is kind of funny because
just like what I said, Wesley Snipes played James Bond. I mean, James Bond's always been a white guy. It's just how it goes. I mean, I'm a black guy too. I don't even care. Like, that'd be like me playing Fabio. Like, it just wouldn't work. Fabio has long hair, blonde hair, blue eyes. Yeah. I have no hair, a beard with tattoos, and I'm black. It just wouldn't work. Like, some stuff just doesn't work. Big Lou could do it because he has the hair. I don't have the hair.
Yeah, I mean, there's one guy I think that could do it that's a black dude for sure. I think it's got to be an English guy, right? Yeah. Or somebody that has that accent. What's his name?
Idris Elba.
Yeah, he's a dude for sure, 100%. Love this guy. Love this kid. I think
yeah.
he could be it, right? He's
He'd be
played it. And he's got the English accent.
Yeah, maybe. But
I think maybe he could pull it off, maybe to a degree.
Yeah, he could pull it off, but they couldn't have an American guy like Ice Cube or Wesley Snipes or something. Or The Rock.
Just like you could have like Vin Diesel doing it, right?
I could see him putting The Rock in there just because it's The Rock, and they would get so many.
Oh, he'd probably get mad money over it, but The Rock is not. He shouldn't be James Bond either. He's not as smooth, savvy looking.
Actually, now that you said this guy does,
this dude,
he has the raspy voice. He has like that mystique to him, and then the accent.
I like him. I like him a lot.
Awesome.
He could play he does a good English voice, like American accent.
He's English.
He is
No, I mean American.
Oh,
American.
yeah.
His American accent, like you don't even know he's from the UK, and then all of a sudden
he's good. He's good. So we'll see who the next James Bond's gonna be. If you haven't seen the new James Bond that's out right now, definitely go see it. Tell me what you guys think about it.
In the theaters, or it's in
it's in the theaters. Like I said,
might go check it out.
Good overall, but did not like some of the things that went on in there. Especially like in the end and stuff like that. I'm just being honest. But yeah, it was like a 3-hour movie, but the movie went real fast. It did not feel like 3 hours. Like I went and seen Dune last night, and Dune's like a remake of a 1984 movie, and that was all one movie, right? And this one was like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and that was just part one. It was a long movie. It was definitely long. Batista's in it. Jason Momoa.
They don't make long movies that much anymore. They used to.
They're gonna start for sure.
It was a long, slow start too, wasn't it?
You seen Dune?
Yeah, I seen half of it. Then I was like, I'm going to sleep. I'm tired.
Peter fell asleep in Dune yesterday, and I was kind of glad because he needed some sleep.
It's like Lord of the Rings with less action so far.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I'd fall asleep too.
hopefully the second one is going to be a lot better. We'll see. Like I said, I was a big fan of the first one, but this one is pretty cool to a certain extent. Spider-Man comes out in December. I can't wait for Spider-Man, to be honest with you. The multiverse and all the different things that are going to go on there. That's going to be a good movie. There's a lot of good movies that are coming out. And yeah, I can't wait for it.
Does HBO Max still do the thing where you could watch them from home?
On some movies they do.
Some? Okay.
Yeah, some. I think now the studios, because now the movies are coming back bigger and better than ever.
Because if they still have that, I might have to.
But what I have seen is this. Movies that have been released in just the movie theater, they've been coming out on online streaming a lot quicker.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Like 45 days, 60 days tops, and they're out.
That's
so
good. Yeah.
Usually you have to wait like 6 months or something like
Yeah,
that.
I hate that because by the time it comes out, it's like it's not even new anymore.
Right.
Like,
so it was definitely there. It was good stuff too. Eternals is going to be awesome. That's going to come out. It's another Marvel movie. The end credit scene got leaked for that. So if you guys know who Thanos is with that gauntlet over there,
it's the hand. With
Eros is going to be in this one, which is his brother at the end scene credits, which is going to be really cool. So
Big boy.
I can't wait, man. It's going to be really, really cool. So I guess that's it, guys. Beautiful Friday. I hope you guys are enjoying your Friday. Have a great weekend. Make sure you guys are keeping it live and locked to our content on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and all the rest of them. Make sure you guys check out the website, titanmedicalcenter.com. All updated, all new for you guys. So if you haven't checked it out in a while, check it out.
Also, the podcast, guys. Check out our podcast. If you have an iPhone, just go to the purple icon podcast. Or if you have a Google phone or Android phone, just Google search Titan Lifestyle Lifestyle Podcast, and you can watch or listen to this show, all the old shows. If there's questions that we didn't answer, you can go back and listen to all of them.
Yep. Or bring them back up to us on our new show.
Yeah.
Be happy to cover
or correct
for you
us
guys.
if we're wrong. Sometimes we're wrong, guys. We're saying stuff so fast. We get a lot of these questions. If we're wrong, I want to know about it. Correct us so we can come back and make it right too.
For sure, 100%. So that's it, guys. We hope you guys have a beautiful weekend. Thank you guys for all joining in, Instagram, Facebook, and everybody else. We'll see you guys next week, 2 p.m. Friday with Tight Lifestyle with Big Dru.
Have a great week, guys. See you next week.